Hey, where's our song?
We gotta play it again here. We're live. So today has been a doozy.
It sure has, Hunter Twisdale.
Thank you. I'm Hunter Twisdale.
I'm Heath Griffin. So glad to be back with y'all. I tell you what, gold and silver moving so much lately. We got to come on here every day just to talk about it.
Absolutely.
I had a friend who said that we aren't serious enough. Well, I think we have enough serious people talking about this. Let's just have a little fun while we're doing it, right, Hunter?
Yeah. Especially with things like volatility.
I love it. I love it.
And yeah. All right.
Hey,
So this is a bit of a more serious topic because silver and gold have not been performing well today. I'd say. You know, it went down a lot,
it was huge.
and we're gonna address it. Okay, because people who have a lot of money in gold and silver, it did do a lot. It took a good chunk. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure
Sorry.
can.
It took a good chunk out of their pockets. But yeah, exactly. And it left them like their wallets were kind of feeling dead. But we're gonna dive into the reality of what that actually entails and what it actually means. Okay. So what if I told you that today's gold and silver crash wasn't because gold suddenly stopped being valuable, but because investors treated it like insurance. When the house caught in other markets, they sold the insurance policy to raise cash.
That's that's what the gold and silver's for, really. It's my insurance policy. I keep stacking it up, so if I'm ever in a bind, if my house burns down and insurance doesn't cover it all, guess what? I can use my gold silver. So that's
Exactly.
what it's for, right?
Exactly. And, you know, today we're breaking down what happened, the numbers, what likely caused the waterfall sell off, and the part people keep asking about, and it's did big money push prices down so they could buy more. So we're gonna dive into that, and this is just some educational content, right?
Yeah.
So what
No
happened?
financial advice here. We gotta say that. They reminded us. Thanks, guys.
So what happened today? We're gonna look at the hard numbers, all right? So I'm gonna be reading from my iPad because I want to make sure I get these numbers 100% accurate. Gold and silver got hit hard Friday, January 30th, 2026. Gold fell roughly around 9 to 12% on the day, depending on the contract, quote, with reports of gold futures near $4,900 an ounce after the plunge. Silver was even more violent. One major report described silver futures crashing about 31%, one of the worst days on record. Another widely circulated price snapshot had silver near $99. I actually saw it around $75 an ounce earlier. So, meanwhile, U.S. stocks were also down. The Dow was down 0.36%. The S&P 500 was down 0.43%, and the NSDAQ was down 0.94%. And small cap Russell 2000 dropped about 1.6%. And so this wasn't metals randomly collapsing in a vacuum. This was happening inside a broker risk reset. The main catalyst was one of the biggest sparks today was political monetary. Donald Trump announced Kevin Warsh as his pick to lead the Federal Reserve, replacing Jerome Powell when pinned. Markets interrupted Warsh as more hawkish and more orthodox than some alternatives. And Reuters specifically described a strong US dollar as a key part of the day's reaction. That matters because gold and silver are not yielding assets, right? When the dollar strengthens and rate expectations shift, metals often face pressure, especially when positioning is crowded. But that alone doesn't usually produce straight down elevator shafts like today. So let's talk about the real engine behind the crash that happened today. So why did gold and silver drop?
Well, it doesn't really, all of that doesn't make sense to most people, right? But that's why we're here to talk about it. And the it's scary to people that maybe have just started buying gold and silver, right? And panic, oh my goodness, did I make the wrong decision? Or maybe been holding in there thinking, I'll wait a little bit longer to buy more or to sell it, and then, oh wait, I waited too long. I believe it's a scare tactic personally,
Yeah.
but Hunter has the inside deets though.
So the reason that the sell went so liquid was because gold is very highly liquid. Okay, and when markets get disorderly, traders don't always sell what they want to sell. They sell what they can sell quickly. Gold is highly liquid, globally priced, and easy to dump in size, especially via futures and ETFs. So, when other positions start bleeding and brokers start calling, gold becomes the ATM for that. This is exactly what multiple market explainers pointed to today. Risk limits, margin requirements, and volatility controls forced selling. More forced deleveraging than a true change in long term belief. Think of it like this: if a hedge fund is down big in tech or crypto or anything leveraged, the broker says post more cash by the close or we liquidate you. Then they don't have to they don't have time for the philosophy. They hit sell on the most liquid stuff. Period. That's why you'll see gold drop with stocks in the early phases of a panic, even though later gold will stabilize and recover once the forced selling ends. So let's explain the insurance just a little bit, okay? This only happened because people sold it as insurance for the other stocks and stuff that crashed, right? That that is super real and it's incredibly normal market behavior because gold and silver hold their value. They don't crash like everything else. Where a Bitcoin would last year was down one point something percent for the entire year. They did not gain anything. Gold and silver did, even though it was down here and there, it still gained. Even this year alone, gold was gold and silver both have been gaining a lot. So this little crash per se didn't even affect the gains. They're still in the positive, outperforming almost everything else, right? There's
By
no almost
far,
everything else.
just everything. Nothing else has performed like the gold and silver has
No,
ever.
no, it hasn't. And let's just zoom out one day. Tech had been rattled recently. The Microsoft suffering a major drop the prior day, with Reuters noting it was down 10% on Thursday and still week after. So long, if you were levered long metals and exposed elsewhere, today was the kind of day that triggers a sell what's green and sell what's liquid chain reaction. That's an insurance sale. Everything else is red, kind of like we've been talking about super capital rotation.
That's what it is.
Everything this is exactly what we knew was going to happen. We knew it was going to drop again. We knew it was going to give us an opportunity to get more. We got a good bit today.
Yep.
As soon as I saw it drop, I was like, bye 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 bye, because I know what it's going to do. Because this is a super capital rotation. Everything in the red is going to stay in the red. They're going to try to keep that stuff that's in the green, aka gold and silver. They're going to try to sell it, but all that's going to do is keep stuff still in the red. There's no getting out of that. The stocks, bonds, trades, they're not coming out of the red. Inflation's eating away at it. We actually just watched a show little bit ago with my kids.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the Tuttle Twins, that is such good education, even for us big people. You know what I mean? Because it breaks it down so nice. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah,
Send us a comment if you've seen the Tuttle Twins.
it was so good. I mean, this episode we watched, I was like, man, this is awesome. I'm looking at my wife. She's over here reading her book, not even caring. I'm like, Virginia, you seeing this? She's like, I'm reading my book. Leave me
It's a
alone.
cartoon. I mean, come on.
And it was so cool because there was a girl who was running for class president, and to buy her votes, she was giving all the kids at the fair a lot of tickets, and all she was doing to get those tickets was going inside the camper that she was living in with her uncle. She would hit print, and she kept printing off all these tickets, all these tickets, all these tickets, and she was giving them out for free. Really cool, right? But what they that in turn was doing was all of the prizes would continue to go up and up. So instead of 5,000 tickets for this telescope they wanted, it turned into 10,000 tickets for this telescope they wanted. It turned into 20,000 tickets, 30,000 tickets, and so on and so on because that's inflation. The more that they print, the less valuable it is, and the more valuable gold and silver is. And printing ain't stopping.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really change the value of the gold and silver.
No.
Gold and silver will always have their value. All it did was the paper, takes more of it to get the gold.
Mhm.
And that's why somebody right now that's saving up to buy some gold or silver is just going to be chasing it down, unless they have a gold and silver account. You have a gold and silver account, your money is safe. Every deposit you make into it, and it's growing with gold and silver. And so, old Austin said silver was still up to 130 an ounce for silver. I missed the rest of that, Austin. Appreciate that though.
So number four that we just talked about was the insurance sale. So everything else was in the red, so they sold what was in the green to try to make up for the red. There's nothing they can do about it. They can try all day long. Not ever going to fix itself.
That's just real market behavior.
Yeah, it's completely normal for that to happen. People think that it's going to help, but in reality, it's not. So number five, and this is the one that really kind of sticks out to me, and I think was more of the basis of a large possibility of why this happened. And it's this is the question right here: was it manipulation by the wealthy? And let's be precise, okay? This is a spicy part right
Ooh,
here. It's spicy.
spicy.
Hold on.
Let's push a button.
It's spicy.
Spicy.
Wait, hold that.
Wait,
Hold on.
I like this one. Nope, that wasn't it. There it is.
It was spicy. Yeah. So this is very spicy, right? So you asked for the wealthy. The wealthy manipulated the system to lower the price so they could buy more before a huge skyrocket. And what we can say with high confidence is big players do benefit from volatility because they have deeper liquidity, better execution, the ability to absorb selling when others are forced out, strategies that buy panic systematically. Also, when markets break down, you often get a stop loss cascade, margin hikes, position limit enforcement, systematic funds reducing exposure. Those mechanics can feel like manipulation because the price action is brutal and fast. So there's people that know how the system works. So they try to put out this fake propaganda news like every single day. They're like, "Hey, gold and silver's dropping. Sell now, sell now." I am in so many groups on Facebook, and everybody's like, "Oh, what goes up must come down. We got to sell now. It's at the peak. You got to sell," and that's scaring people into selling. When they do that, gold and silver are less. There's more supply out there, so the value goes down for a little bit until it just takes a giant leap because people start buying in that dip.
That's right. That's right. So what goes up must come down. It's actually the other way around. What goes down is gonna spring back up super fast. And I was just listening to one of my boy Collective Conscious. I see him on Instagram. He had a post about some one of the guys in the club, in the club that you and I can't be in. Well, he was just specifically saying that America's not the only one that's having these crazy debt issues. It's every other country because their currency has been tied to ours this whole time. When we have held currency dominancy since we were on the gold standard. And so anytime that our currency is having problems, the other ones that are tied to it, they're even worse off because we have pushed our debt overseas for all these years, right? When we print money, we send it there so they could buy the money so they could buy our oil. You know, it was oil backed, right? This whole time. Well, ever since BRICS has another 120 nations joined with them. Last year, or was it, yeah, it was last August. Uh, they decided they're not gonna use the American dollar to buy oil anymore, and so that alone has kinda messed things up for America even more, but that didn't solve their problem altogether. And so, what they've done, because the currency's nothing, they go to the one thing that is always there, the real money, the only real money, gold and silver,
Yep.
right? And it's not just America doing it, it's everywhere. So, uh,
Yep. Absolutely. And I wrote this down earlier, and I really like it. So forced selling creates discounted price, right? That's what it does. And the best capitalized buyers are usually the ones who are able to step in when everyone else is forced out. And that's not a conspiracy by any means. That's simply how liquidity works in leverage markets. So, does this mean a huge skyrocket is coming? Heath?
we know it's coming. It's coming, guys. It's coming, and hey, they can keep doing this trick all they want because it just gives us more time to get it on discount, and so I'm happy about it, to be honest with you. So, uh, is it coming? Yes, it's here.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna spring back like a rubber band.
It's 100% coming. I mean, there's no way for silver to just plummet. It's not a thing, right? It's got to continue to go up. Gold and silver both have to continue to go up because gold is silver's based off gold, and silver can't stop growing. So gold in turn also has to stop or has to continue growing. So yeah, it's gonna skyrocket. Anytime it drops like this, it's usually a very short amount of time. You can go look at the charts, the statistics, the data. It's always a very short amount of time, and then it just takes off in a upward direction. So it's gonna fix itself. I don't know how long. It might be a week. It might be a day. It might be 2 weeks. It might be a month. I don't know. Point is, right now it is absolutely on discount. And if you were foolish enough to sell in this, you are losing a lot of money because that is not when you want to sell. You never sell in the dip. Even if you want to look at stocks, you never sell in a dip. You buy in a dip. You buy in the dips. Gold and silver, for us fortunate people who understand, is in a dip. This is when you put as much as you possibly can into it and take advantage of it.
Yep, that's what we're doing, and that's what we'd suggest anybody else that has a sound money, has a gold and silver account do the same. It's easy as just moving money from one account to another, and that's what we did today.
100%. I mean, my wife was kind of upset with me because I said, "Hey, we're about to put like everything that we just got in our because we got paid or whatever." I said, "Hey, everything we just made, we're putting straight into silver." She's like, why?" I was like, "Trust me, just trust me, because the data doesn't lie, and it's just simple statistics. If there's a dip, especially in gold and silver, you can bet on that all day long. What is that roulette game? How does that work?
What do
Put it all on black or something.
oh,
How does that work?
yeah,
And then they spin the
yeah, yeah,
marble.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting it all on silver. Spin that marble, baby. You
But
know?
the cool thing is, this roulette table is all silver.
Yeah, it's all silver. There's a couple gold in there too, but it's all silver, 100%. So don't let this dip make you lose money. Either way, if you put money in December, you're not losing anything because it's already grown significant amount, even with the dip. So don't sell in this. You need to buy in this because that is a smart thing to do because that's how the statistics work. That's how the data works. That's how the market works. It fluctuates. There's a dip, usually followed by a peak. There's a dip, usually followed by a peak. The only difference is this is not a stock market where it goes like this. It's more like a upward. It's
That's
always
it.
going to be an upward trend.
That's it. It was really cool. We that video that we watched the other night, explaining how much a piece of silver was worth back in biblical times.
Oh yeah.
Back when Jesus was walking the earth with us, you could take an ounce of silver and get two sheep.
Mm-hmm.
Two sheep. So let's think about how much a sheep, one sheep, one lamb. What do you call it? Is that the sheep plural?
Sheepens.
Sheepens.
Sheep,
Sheeps. If you get two
sheepens.
sheeps, anyway,
Yeah.
two sheep right now is probably about close to $350
Or more.
or more. You know, and
I
so
think they're closer to probably 6 or 9.
I haven't the last time I bought one was about 6 years ago. So, I'm not sure. The microphone volume on the right is too low. I guess that is that me or you? I'm on the right? Looks like I'm on the left.
Am I on the right?
Can y'all hear me? What if I come up close? What if I do this?
What you doing? Come on, let's talk about things.
Now? Can you hear me now? Can
I
you hear me?
actually can't hear you at all for some reason. What happened, Hunter? Hunter, your mic sounds like it fell off.
Can you hear me?
Thank you. You're the best.
How about that, Austin?
I
Can you
love
hear
you,
me?
Austin.
Can you hear me in the back?
Uh,
Sorry, my kids are sleeping.
anyway, uh, just fast forward. I mean, it never changed. Silver never changed. Gold never changed. They didn't develop any new silver, you know, ions or gold ions or whatever. They're the exact same. Hey, it's Fuzzy Balls. He's back. What up, Fuzzy Balls? Anyway, always love seeing that name cross the screen.
Hello? There we go.
But anyway, it didn't change. So right now you can. How many sheep can you get for an ounce of silver right now? You know, so
It's that being said, silver is extremely undervalued.
exactly.
You can sheep is typically like $600 per sheep, give or take, depending on if it's male or female. If it produces wool, if it produces mainly milk, whatever. It's about so anywhere from $300 to $900 is about a price range for a sheep. Silver should be able to buy at least 2 sheep.
Exactly.
So silver at $85 an ounce. That's not adding up. It always buys what it always buys. So either the sheep market's gonna plummet or silver's got a lot of room to grow, right?
That's it. That's it. So it definitely shows you that the value isn't going to stop. It's not just the fact that we need it like crazy. It's the market has just been smashing silver down forever. I mean, on purpose.
Mhm.
They don't want the average person to own gold and silver. It's freedom. Freedom is found in using what God declared was His. He didn't say the green paper is mine. No, not at all. In fact, he said, "Give to Caesar what is Caesar's." You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's undervalued. It's going up. There's no stopping the train. It's no stopping it. Don't forget, all aboard, guys. If you want to know how to create your own gold and silver account, one price, never have to pay anything ever again. You can move money from one account into the next at the click of a button. And if you're ready to sell, if you just need to because you need that money, same thing. Click of a button. Don't forget that. And we also you get overspot buyback. So that's definitely something to share with you.
Absolutely it is. I actually made a post on Facebook and a couple of my silver groups that I'm in, and I was like, "Hey, does anybody know of a company that where you can buy gold and silver like at dealer pricing and then like liquidated instantly over spot?" And I just get laughed at. Everybody's laughing at it. Everybody's commenting saying, "No, that's a fantasy. That's not real."
Yeah, you got a couple LMBOs
Yeah,
on there.
and I'm like, "Well, that's us.
That's
We
right.
actually do.
It does seem mind blowing,
It
guys.
does."
This it's new technology. It's a Cummins diesel that is powering this thing, and the fractional buying. Uh, it sounds scary. It sounds like something new, but these guys have made it to where it's just the best thing that there is. You don't have to save up in cash and chase down something that you need, a house, a car, whatever, a piece of gold. You can do it right now and save up and earn exponentially every day. So
Yep, absolutely. And another thing I wanted to touch on before we hop off because we got one more live to do. Um, there is so many gold and silver markets out there, like companies, like shops that don't even have the supply that they need to sell to their customers right now. That's rough.
that's right. People are dying to buy right now. I sat with a friend of mine today, a good friend, Todd. If you're there, shout out to Todd.
Woo!
We're gonna have a special show with Todd one of these days, and I can't wait.
Super knowledgeable, God fearing man. Love him. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah, it was a blessing. But he called up a guy that he trusts, a great fella, and all he had on hand right then was 3 10-ounce bars. That was it,
of silver.
of silver. Todd was ready to get as much as he could, but all that he could get from them was 3 10-ounce bars of silver. Uh, there's no maximums with us. 0. 0 maximum 0 minimums,
So
you know?
does that mean I could put a dollar in there?
You could put a dollar
What
in,
if I had $1 trillion right now and I was like, I want it all on silver? I could get that?
no maximums.
Wow.
No maximums
And
at the very best price.
I could get $1 trillion worth of silver shipped to my house.
Yeah.
That would I don't have
You
enough
might you
space.
might wanna take you know, the truck to go pick it up or whatever.
And no storage fees. That's
Don't
right,
forget,
Austin.
don't forget, you don't have to hold it. Holding $1 trillion worth of silver would be hard to do in our
And
house.
foolish.
Yeah, but, you can keep it in their vaults for free forever.
What if is it insured at least?
Well, it's only just 100% insured. There ain't no FDIC 250,000, and maybe you'll get it when the bank crashes, you won't.
But what if it's like Fort Knox and like we don't actually know that it's there?
Oh, it's there. So, twice a month, it's verified, one in-house and one by a third party. So, it's always there
So we have 2 audits a month?
every
I
month.
thought it was like once a year or twice a year, the mandatory.
No. I mean, yeah, the rule is, but we go above and beyond just to make sure to give people peace of mind, and take care of that. Uh, and oh, so if you wanted your medals, how long does it take in other places? A long time. Uh,
Uh, Weeks,
weeks.
months. Right now, you can't even get it. I
And
went on JM Bullion earlier, and nothing against this company. I'm not gonna buy my gold and silver from them, but nothing against them. But I was looking because I was curious as to how much I could buy a silver ounce for on their website. And during this dip, they were completely sold out. I couldn't even buy one.
couldn't even buy
Their
one.
website, it crashed on me. It said, something something systems shut down. We'll be back later or something. I'm like, dude, it's
Wah,
75 an ounce
wah,
right now. I need
wah.
as much as I can. That's no bueno.
Right. If they don't have the product, then they can't give it to you.
You know what that
You know.
sounded like to me? You remember that GameStop junk with Robinhood a while back?
Oh my goodness.
That's exactly what it was like. I
Well,
felt like I needed to file a police report for my I didn't even get to see the rest.
I wish I would have. We and also people that are trying to sell it, it's not a quick process either with other places. Weeks. Weeks. If you deliver it to them and they take the product out of your hand, they can't even tell you, okay, they can't even write you a check right then and there. They're gonna say, "All right, we're gonna get back to you, sometime soon." They can't even give you a day. It's crazy.
No, they're like, um, I mean, you try to get your money worth when you're like, "Hey, I'm ready to cash out right now," and they're like, "Okay, bring it on up." Okay, cool. And most companies are gonna be like, "All right, well, we'll call you in like a few weeks or a month and make sure that we'll get you the check then." What if you need that money tomorrow or the next day?
That's right.
What
Yeah.
if what if something happened? Tree falls on your house, and for some reason you got Austin Brown as the insurance agent, and they don't cover it. Then what? You're just you're SOL, right? You're out of luck. You have nothing
Well,
to do about it.
you can throw you a tarp over it, I guess,
Yeah,
until,
I reckon.
until the gold company decides to come off of it. Or you can get you a gold and silver account and in 5 days see the money in your account. 5 days if
At
if
the most.
if it's physical product that's at your house and you
Yeah.
have to send it in. That's great. And hey, if you are buying it and you want it, they're gonna ship it to you in 5 days. It's not gonna take 6 to 8 weeks. You're gonna get it as
Mhm.
soon as they can ship it to you. 5 days. That's
What was that one you were reading yesterday? It was Ampex or something?
at max, yeah.
AppMax. They said that it would take 8 days to process and then an additional 8 days to be able to send you the product or something, right?
Yeah, it was yeah, after they got it, you'd get a answer in 8 days. I don't know if that was the check, but yeah, for sure.
Wow.
So, anyway, guys, we've got what you need. Give us a call, 870-447-5018.
901-403-2293. The link in the description, it's got our website there, Dream Builders GS LLC. So go check it out. And there's a ton of good information on there. Even if you're not wanting to get you an account, that's silly. But if you don't want to get an account, that's fine. Go check out the website anyways, because 'cause we've got awesome videos with, actually, there's the Tuttle Twins, isn't that what it's called?
Yep.
We have one of their videos on there, so it's kinda fun. It kinda explains things as far as why gold and silver is super important, why we should have never left the gold standard, as well as a bunch of other videos that are really handy. There's a action button, so if you wanna look at other social medias we have, contact us, email us, text us, whatever, it's all on there. So y'all go check that out, and as always, God bless, and we will see you next time.
Yes. Hey, tomorrow, that's our, Bible. We're
No, it's
doing
the day
I'm
after.
sorry, Sunday. Sunday's coming up. Can't wait. We got a fun one.
Yep.
God bless y'all.
Alright, God
Peace.
bless.